Alright guys, what's going on? It's the Ghastly Gengar, and today I'm covering the Pokemon Sword and Shield trailer. I'm trying to record this a lot. It's really early. This is way earlier than I ever get up. So my brain is pretty dead, so forgive me if I mumble, stutter, or just kind of like overall just seem dead. It's because right now I feel dead. I'm gonna go and watch this trailer and talk about things as they go, but I'm only going to be showing images for you guys, screenshots to basically go with what I'm talking about. And that's only because I know that Nintendo is very, very, very protective with their Pokemon trailers, as seen with me in the past trying to upload them. They obviously very much prefer Poketubers, and really anyone outside of that bubble they don't want covering their trailers. But guess what? I'm here. So let's get this trailer started. So right off the bat, we're introduced to this new region with a nice zoom in shot of the first town. Overall, it looks great. This house that you start off in looks beautiful. Really looking forward to it. And then I'm gonna pause right here for a second. I'm saying pause right here for a second, like you guys can see the video, but this male trainer design, it's marvelous. I love it. Obviously, of course, my only concern is I hope character customization comes back. I would like to switch that top into like maybe a flannel. That hat looks great. You know, you're not gonna see me yell about a beanie. I like how the backpack this time is just a complete fucking trunk. Like, we're just carrying around a trunk. It's not even trying to be a backpack, other than the straps. And the female character looks just as good, you know. They have the little beret and, you know, the sweater, probably Gucci. Nice dress. And then we get to see how they're, like, we get to see some shots of the region. Overall, it looks pretty alright. Then we see the first gym, which is going to be the grass gym, I'm assuming. I'm saying grass because, you know, it's big, it's green. And then we get to see one of the first, like, the second thing I didn't mention earlier, but there are these relics, I guess, scattered all over the region. I don't know if you can decipher them. Like, I don't know if they're, like, meant to represent text, but, you know, it's obviously pointing towards this game to having some historical kind of narrative, maybe with the legendaries of the story. And then we go to a city which looks very steampunk-like, or I don't really know how to explain it, but basically there's a lot of steam going on. So I'm hoping Eterna or Volcanion can be used in the story somehow, maybe as, you know, some nice mystery gift stories, who knows. And then the snowy path, who knows what can be done there. This area that you start off in reminds me a lot of one of the arenas in Pokémon Tournament, and I'm really hoping that maybe there's a tie-in with that. I know that there's probably not going to be, but hey, it's nice to hope. And then we go to see their battles, and basically, they only show off some of the older Pokemon, which I'm okay with. You know, they could just be placeholders for now. But I'm really hoping that there isn't such a big focus on older Pokemon. I feel like when we get a new region, we should a good chunk of new Pokemon, like enough to spread them out throughout the whole region and have them take up a good portion of the game, and only have the filler Pokemon be older generations to complement them more. So I'm really hoping that, again, these are like filler Pokemon, you know, not the main focus, not what we're going to be seeing often. Like, I don't want to be seeing Pikachus and Minchinos and all these previous Pokemon show up more than the newer introductions to the series. I feel like, you know, a lot can be, it's weird, you know. You get to see battles, you know, they look pretty great. We don't get very much into detail with them, except there is an Easter egg I noticed, and that is when Lucario is punching in this football field slash soccer stadium. We actually see the Game Freak logo written in that weird text we saw earlier, so I'm feeling like there's possibility that, you know, this is just what the native area's writing looks like. But who knows, you know, just speculation. The moves look great. The starting room looks great. I didn't take a look at it, but let's do that. Doesn't really look significant at all, to be honest. Because I like how we have a Munchlax in our room. That's pretty cool. I don't know if that's our mom's Pokemon, or like we get to have Pokemon on display in the room. Either could be a cool feature. I'm seeing a lack of a Nintendo Switch. I don't know if this is our character's room or the living room. It looks a lot more like the living room, so I don't know. And then we see a few areas that we only get like a second shot of. This ice area. Holy shit, this ice area. It looks beautiful. I can't wait to visit this place. You can see some steam rising off of the fountain in the middle of the square. So I'm going to take a wild guess and say that this town, even though it is frigid, is built on top of a natural hot spring, which I think we see a clip here that kind of looks like it, or shows that off. Obviously this is probably going to be home to the ice gym. And then we get to see this beautiful cave. Oh my god, I am so hyped for this cave. Just like all the gems popping off the walls. Of course, they're all red, green, and blue, because it's probably going to be just a throwback or a reference to Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald. You know, how could they not? You know, it just looks nice. And then we see this mountainside. This mountainside is where it had me thinking the game was taking place in Peru, because of the way the male character looked kind of reminded me of a certain style of a different fan game that I think takes place in Peru. And also the side view kind of reminds me of some of the artwork that you would see in like the Emperor's New Groove or something. It's probably way wrong. The character also looks like Prismo, so whatever Prismo is based off of, you know, from Adventure Time, that could also be the same thing. But it looks like possibly the third legendary, which can be what seems to be a giant storm controlling dragon. It looks like he's breathing out a storm cloud and then it's hitting lightning, and I don't know if those are supposed to be people below him or like a type of Pokemon. For a second I thought they were like Meltan, but that's nah, they have like legs and arms and stuff. Then we get this pan around shot, you know, it looks great. It obviously looks great. Then our character is walking into a what looks like a football stadium. So I'm going to assume that it's kind of like a gym. I don't really have anything else to say like for that. It could just be like a nice mini game, kind of like a battle arena, some stamina thing, but honestly it looks like you're about to go play a specific sport with your Pokemon, which I don't know, it could be cool. But I don't think they're gonna go that far. They would do a lot of programming, and if they're gonna program Pokemon walking around, again, why not have the Pokemon walking around feature? And then we get a cinematic part where we get to see our starter Pokemon. First off, we meet this cute little rabbit. You know, it's using its feet to somewhat like climb up this spinning wheel, and its name is Scorbunny. Yeah. I was trying to remember before the name actually popped up for the trailer, but honestly, overall, this thing is adorable. And also sticking to the track of, I think, the Chinese Zodiac, where we have a rabbit now, which is definitely something on there, and, you know, brand new to us as a fire starter. Overall, sadly, I can see this turning into a firefighting type. Maybe using a mix of kicks and punches. I can see it turning into like a big buff bunny with like kung fu pants. Hopefully I'm wrong, and like the second stage is actually like Scorbunny on like all fours, but like I'm guessing more like a Kulava kind of evolution line. I'm just not looking forward to a firefighting type, so hopefully this is like something completely different. And then next we get into the water type Pokemon, and I think it looks pretty adorable. It's a nice little cute water lizard. I don't know what lizard it's based off of, but it's cute. It's really cute. Like, it has a nice like rolled up tail. I'm probably gonna go with it. I think it's a chameleon. I'm really hoping it turns into like a big ass bearded dragon You know, something I like the water types that turn like big ass monsters. You know, like Totodile, stuff like that. Samurot's close there, I guess. And then we get the monkey, which is adorable. It's fucking cute. But as you see, it smacked the rock a little bit and caused the grass to regrow where the fire bunny scorched it. And the monkey's name is Grookey. You know, these names, they're not bad. You know, they're not bad. I like Grookey's design. Sadly, I can also see him being a grass fighting type. He kind of gives off the vibes of Passimian to me a little bit. But I feel like we also got a fan game that kind of had a Pokemon like this. I'm not sure though. His design is very cute. Honestly, this is one of the few regions where I can look at all three starters and be like, yeah, they're all great. I think others being Sinnoh, Unova. Again, sorry, it's very early for me. Trying to think of them all, but whatever. But Grookey, yeah, I could definitely see him being grass fighting. I really hope that maybe the water lizard gets to be a water ice type, but who knows. And then we get the title, Pokemon Sword and Pokemon Shield. Now, based on the names alone, not the names, the logos alone, Sword and Shield, you know, they have wolf heads on them, so I'm going to assume that we either have one legendary with two forms or two legendaries based on two different things. See, when I think of Pokemon Sword, how the wolf head is on top of the sword, I think of the Great Wolf Sif, I think his name is, from Dark Souls. So I wouldn't be surprised if we get a wolf Pokemon that has a sword in its mouth, or maybe like blades near its mouth or something like that, or maybe blades on its feet, who knows. And then for Pokemon Shield, maybe a wolf with a shield on its back, or overall just looks kind of bulky, maybe a steel type. Who knows? But overall, I think this game's gonna be pretty good. Now that the trailer's over, let me talk about a few concerns that I have. Now, we did not get any sight of Ride Pokemon, so I'm very concerned that HM is going to make a return. I don't like it when we have to have a Pokemon in our party just basically being an HM slave. I feel like it overall dampens the whole experience of Pokemon and just isn't really good at all. So yeah, hopefully we don't have to worry about that. And then also, you know, of course, my concerns were talked about earlier, where it was like, I don't want to play a game where most of the Pokemon aren't going to be new. Also, I was blessed to have someone send me a high-resolution map of this region, which means that we can get a good look of what this place is going to look like overall. But I'm probably going to cover that in another episode. Pokénews is probably another one coming out either tomorrow or something. But overall, I hope you guys enjoyed this coverage. I know I enjoyed waking up this early to see this. I didn't. I really didn't. But overall, I'm glad I did because, you know, it's a new Pokemon game. The last one we had was Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon. And, you know, those don't hold up anymore. They're not the best things to play. Pokemon Let's Go is great, but yeah, it's just eh. Again, I'm really hoping that, you know, no Pokemon following us in this is just like a temporary thing due to development, because that was a major feature that everyone has wanted, and when we got it in Pokemon Let's Go, I feel like everyone got the idea that maybe it was going to be a feature in the next major Pokemon game. So let me know your thoughts about this region, what you think about the starter Pokemon, all that jazz, and yeah, I'll get back to you on this high-resolution map. So until next time, I hope you all have a wonderful day, and bye-bye.